Ohio Valley Conference Media Day continues here in Evansville, powered by CenterPoint Energy, right here on ESPN+. We moved up to UT Martin block here this morning as we continue live, and Kevin McMillan, Paige Pipkin join us. You guys are both truly, genuinely veterans in being here, particularly you, Kevin, right?
I don't. She's about as much a veteran as I am.
No, she's got a few years to catch up with. Yeah. Welcome to both of you. New teams in the conference, new alignment. You've seen a lot, even in the last 2 years. How to comment on the state of basketball, women's basketball here in the conference, Kevin?
Well, we've had a good run in the last 10 years. You've seen women's basketball pretty much increase our RPI, if that's a thing anymore, every year. We went from 28 or 29 up to 20 or 21 and even lower. Now we've just probably exchanged a Belmont for Little Rock. Little Rock's been good in these last 10 years, the same. So I think the conference is going to be as strong as it always is. The OVC is kind of, in our 10 years here, you can pretty much predict how the conference is going to go, and I think with the addition of these new teams, it's going to be the same.
What gets you going each day?
Kids like Paige Pipkin, watching them grow up on the floor and off the floor, seeing them improve, seeing them want to get better, seeing them want to be teammates and grow together as a team. That's what I enjoy.
I have failed to ask you this question in all these years. What's it like to be coached by your parent at the high school level?
It was not easy, but it was trial and error every day, and working with Mom. I think probably the hardest thing was when we would go home. You know, sometimes she would try to coach at home too. But as I got to get older, we kind of made a better relationship, and now that I'm in college, I think our relationship is a lot stronger, and she'll give me advice, and it's not like we want to catfight each other sometimes like it was in high school.
I've had a similar situation to that I'll share with you off camera. Did your mother ever coach against Coach McMillan when he was in the high school ranks in West Tennessee?
Yes.
What was your record? What was the record? I've got to. Well,
she's told me the story that the year that she won the state, I'm pretty sure he beat their team 3 times in the regular season, and then they ended up winning the state tournament. I think they had lost. I can't remember who it was. They lost right before, and he was like, "Oh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough." And then Mom and them ended up winning by like 20. And he was like, "What in the world? We beat y'all 3 times regular season, and y'all win the state." I thought that was funny.
Thanks for helping me out on that, because that would have been a long research rabbit hole to go down. But I thought that when I looked at that. Mm-hmm. Congratulations on your first degree. Working on number 2. Tell us about that.
I graduate with my MBA next month, December, and that's crazy. I can't believe that already. It's been 18 months, but I'm excited.
How hard was it to sit out that year with injury?
The first 3 years, horrible. Just sitting there watching and having to be patient and come back. That was, I mentally grew as a person. People are like, why are you still doing it? What's the point? But it's just kind of like I wanted to prove to myself that I'm more than the injuries, and so that's always just been my thing ever since.
So talk about your recruiting. I know you and I, Kevin, had talked in the past. So goes West Tennessee. So goes, recruiting for you overall with the talent and the pipeline like the Paige Pipkins from Henderson County and those kinds of instances. Where are you at with that and the state of the program and being able to get recruits in this crazy world of transfer portals, extra year of eligibility? How have you managed all of that?
Well, we don't. I don't like the transfer portal. I don't think we've got it figured out yet as a institution, the NCAA. I think they're trying to fix it. We try to stay with high school kids, and then we've got 9 newcomers. So it's going to be a challenge, but the area for us has expanded a little bit from West Tennessee out into Arkansas. Kentucky's always been strong, so the area has had a couple of good years, and so our recruiting is better. We're such a local institution, and we do follow as the area does.
Tell us a little bit about just your UT Martin experience. You've been there such a long time. I'm going to ask Paige the same question, and obviously it's going to vary significantly, but that's just the culture, that part of the world, so to speak. It's really special, and everybody's going to say that from school to school, but there's just something about UT Martin I think really lends itself to the kind of culture that you're trying to create.
Well, it's a fit for me personally because I like smaller towns. I don't like the hustle and bustle in the big city, and that's what UT Martin is. And so if you can find kids that look for that same thing, and it doesn't mean that they don't like the big city or want to be in a faster pace, it's just that they are comfortable in the environment, that they flourish. And it's so enjoyable because you get to watch them grow a little better because it's a small town than you would if it was a Nashville or Memphis or Louisville or whatever. And so we've tried to capitalize on that with our recruiting, trying to kind of match kids that fit our culture.
Right here to your right.
Yeah.
Not far at all to go for you. What really attracted you to UT Martin?
Well, Mom's always told me about how good of a coach Kevin was. I've seen him coaching, and she was like, if I were to pick anybody for you to play for, it would be Kevin McMillan. And I just remember recruiting story when I went there the first time. I didn't want to go far, and so he drew a circle and was like, how far you want to go? I said, I don't want to go 2 hours. And he drew a circle. He's like, well, Paige, she's like, looks like we're the only one in the circle. And
her mom made me do that.
Yeah. She did. And
congratulations to Lee.
Yeah, that's right.
And so just, ever since I've just known it was the right choice. I mean, me being there 6 years, I love it. I've loved every second of it, and it's just awesome. I love UT Martin.
So what are the responsibilities you feel as that 6-year approaches to this team that's got a lot of new faces?
Definitely I have to be a big leader and a big example for the younger ones and the newcomers. 9 new people on the team. They're looking at somebody, and I think, me being a 6th year and Sagan being just as old as me, that's who they're leaning on, and we're taking it and we're helping them and trying to help everybody figure it out. But I'm really excited about this group of girls that we've got.
As we wrap up, you picked to finish second in the preseason poll. Kind of assess this race in the women's side for us.
I think Little Rock is was my pick with Tech right behind them. So it's the 3 that are there, the 3 that a lot of people have talked about. But there's so many, you can't pick a race anymore with the transfer portal. You have no idea. So expect some teams that right now nothing about. Expect somebody to rise up and be really, really good. And I have a feeling you're going to have to bring it every night because there's going to be teams that immediately have interjected experience into their rosters. So it's going to be wide open. Tech has got 3 really good players coming back. So, it's the OVC.
Paige Pipkin, Kevin McMillan, thank you so much. Best of luck to you. And as the old saying goes, we'll see you along the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
UT Martin, we've got the men's side still to come. Our first visit with the Player of the Year projected preseason All OVC. This is OVC Media Day, presented by CenterPoint Energy, right here on ESPN+.